So in response to the comments, let me just make it clear to you that one of the most difficult jobs in Nigeria or in the world today is speaking for or trying to defend the APC federal government. It is a very, very difficult thing to do because you know why? There is nothing there to defend. So you remember that the APC campaigned for 16 years of PDP misrule. In fact, this president was part of a protest called Occupy Nigeria when the then President Jonathan was trying to remove fuel subsidy, which he eventually have removed today. And yet the devil is in the detail in terms of implementation of sanitizing the oil sector and NNPC. So, and then by 2027, President Tinubu's administration will be 12 years, or the APC will be 12 years put together. Imagine living in a government of renewed hope and experiencing the kind of unfortunate hopelessness that Nigeria is experiencing. So it is difficult for you to explain what the federal government, the APC-led government is doing. But I can give you some. A government that knows that more than 100 million persons were living in multi-dimensional poverty by the end of Buhari's administration came into power. And the first priorities were deciding to renovate a vice presidential home for 20-something billion, purchase of new private presidential jets, a presidential yacht, renovating the villa, money for purchase of SUVs for the office of the first lady, which is not even a legally recognized, constitutionally recognized office. So when you see the frivolities and wastages in government, and then that same government in turn begins to ask the people to make sacrifices. So it is we who will think of what to do for our country, while the leaders continue to live in luxury and affluence using taxpayer money. Look at the National Assembly. Immediately they shared monies for themselves and purchased bulletproof SUVs, one for more than 160 million. Yet the minimum wage of that country is 70,000 naira. And that is a country where leaders are still demanding sacrifice from the people. So at what point does this sacrifice end? At what point does President Tinubu, his cabinet, the senators and his government begin to make sacrifices? The president is a former governor. He's on life pension from Lagos State. The vice president is a former governor. The senate president is a former governor. So with all the resources that are shared, 60% of Nigeria's corruption is administrative. Inflation of government contracts, budget padding. Who is sanitizing and fighting that corruption? But you cannot say anything because the government does not even feel beholden to the people. And that is why no matter how much Nigerians continue to cry, it falls on deaf ear. Why? Because they know that the electoral system can still be manipulated to rig people back into power using also the Nigerian judiciary. So if I have the ears of any Nigerian politician right now, I will want them to know that power is transient. You cannot be in power forever. If you don't leave power, power will leave you. Nigerians are not demanding for too much. We only need a country to live. As a Nigerian youth, demanding for a better country, I'm not a criminal. There are known criminals that are not being attended to. But once you voice out against the government, they come after you. So Nigerians must decide whether we want to live as slaves in this country or we want to live as freeborns. And that is why I'm telling you that this 30-day challenge must not end with just the 30-day rant. There must be maximum civil pressure on the authorities. Number one, we must reform our electoral process. That is the backbone of corrupt politicians. They know that they can meander their way into the public office without consequences and accountability. So if I'm talking to Nigerian politicians, I'm telling them, your time is up. You either do the right thing for this country or a generation of young Nigerian leaders will wake up and will succeed where you people have failed woefully and continue to fail us. Because Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are dying, the tension is palpable and the frustration, and the leaders are completely detached from the reality. It is unfortunate, but we as Nigerians must find the wisdom and the courage to fix these institutions, or else we continue to remain victims of these institutions.
Okay, it's interesting that you say this. Jalingo, let me bring you back in the house. What did you say to support this?
They will tell us, Thomas Sankara tried to do it like this, but where is he? He is dead. The Haitian president, he tried to do it like this. Where is he? He is dead. Gaddafi tried like this. Where is he? He is dead. These are the veiled statements made to us to instill fear. And then we also often see some young people trying to follow in the footsteps in a different way. You can hear them say, such a person ruled like this, he has the sepulchre. Such a person ruled like this, he is in prison. All this to try to scare us, to make us cowards. I think they haven't understood something. When we say the homeland or death, we shall overcome, it's not just a phrase, it has its full meaning. We are not afraid and we will never be afraid. We will continue our struggle. They have undoubtedly and surely scared numerous African heads of state. You often see, when we speak or when we have the opportunity to be in certain situations abroad, we often make statements to call on African heads of state to wake up, take care of our youth, to be able to initiate our real development. We are...
They make noise. They deceive now. If they get limousine, get anything, not for them. Yes. They no go carry give you. Now the one when reach you, reach our people. Water, light, road, schools, health clinics, health centers. That be our own. This year alone, we are supplying medical equipment. We are building schools. We are doing some roads in Cross River North. We are doing empowerment. I know say that one sweet to our part. And I know say a lot of people here go benefit. The empowerment plenty. Our budget for Cross River North alone, if you look and you go happy, you will start to smile. They know they come, they deceive us here. They know wish our people well. They know wish our people well at all. So make una stay for PDP. I know they go anywhere. I know they go anywhere. May nobody deceive una. I know they go anywhere. See this PDP? We die there. Different people need different things. Yes. People are in different strata of life. So, not everybody, you go buy motor for now. Eh? Yes. If you buy motor for person when you see where I ain't go take buy. If you buy motor for person when you feel well and what you want to do, you go sell them. You understand? I will encourage you people, whatever business you are doing, do it. Farming is very important these days. How much we two buy now? Today, how much we took? So, too many things to do with your time than to go find who. When you reach Calabar, you say you won't get appointment. When you reach Calabar, you will going to find who will support you to pay house rent. Because then they pay you 150 every month. Or then they pay you 200,000. You will pay house rent. You will feed your family. You will feed your family. You will pay school fees. You could do other things. There is no need to deceive yourself. See, then give you one guy name, you go there, Calabar, they waste your time. When you come home, you go come find a small, make it give you 10,000, make you add, pay, go back. Is that the kind of appointment you have? Use your hand. Use your hand. People when don't come meet me say they want farm, and they give them money. Not like, and they support them, and I'm ready to support. Not to say you go carry the money, go drink or go finish, come back. Come meet me, say, I don't go answer.
You saw the Nigerian youths who talked about the government, doing something for the youths instead of always saying the youths should sacrifice. While the government keep flying private jets with their children, enjoying life, they keep saying the youths and the Nigerian population should understand. You saw the clip of Ibrahim Traore saying that no matter how much they threaten him and say he's going to be unalive the way other presidents were unalive, just to instill fear in him, he's going to continue to do what he's supposed to do for his people, that he's calling on other African leaders to take care of their people. Let me shock you why Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger left ECOWAS. Immediately they saw that this man is taking over. This, because they saw that if a person like Tinubu is taking over and the people are crying that they should not remove fuel subsidy and the way he removed it, how would they be able to listen to them who have been complaining about the colonial masters who are colonizing Africa? They decided to leave because, and see the way Tinubu handled it the first time. He handled it with, they are going to tell them to come back by force. When they saw that these three countries were serious, they now started sending people to deliberate with them. That was why they left. They say a man who cannot, rule his own country now wants to come and rule ECOWAS. How will he do it? How will he? Because they have seen how he handles so many things and it didn't make sense. His first time as president of ECOWAS, chairman of ECOWAS, people left. Things began to fall apart. If as a leader you don't listen to the people, then there's a problem already. So Ibrahim Traore said, no matter how much people tell them how Thomas Sankara was not alive, how these other people went and all, that he's not afraid. His own is that other African leaders should come together to ensure that they do it better for their people. See the protests that took place in Nigeria yesterday. The police was used against them. It was supposed to be police day, right? And they say, why are they picking on a day they are saying they want to declare to celebrate police? Why are they choosing that day to protest? Please, what other day is it better? Is better for them? The police did. Is it a national? How will I put it? National holiday where people already know on their calendar. They chose it to to confuse their protest. Like the first guy spoke, Peter. He said, why must it be the youths who are always, or the population, the common people who will always be, tolerating the government? Why can't the government also make sacrifices for the people? And this is why Ibrahim Traore keeps beating his record keeps beating. 247, his record is beating every other person. Have you ever seen Ibrahim Traore come to Nigeria to have a meeting with Tinubu? You will never see him because he doesn't like his style of leadership for one bit. I really will never understand why all these African leaders have refused to learn from Ibrahim Traore. They say, oh, he's a small boy, but his brain thinks ahead. Ibrahim Traore brain thinks ahead. Every time he's thinking, what can he do to better his people? He doesn't want wealth, he doesn't want affluence, he doesn't want all of those things. What can he do to better his people? And the reason why they're trying to unalive him is so that they look like bad people, because they are not doing anything. Every time they to travel, can't you see President Tinubu has traveled to France to go and stay in France to appraise himself for what he has done? Okay, why not come to the public and ask what is really going on? Is this not what happened in Kenya, where the president was not listening until the people took to the streets and demonstrated? That was when the president now held a meeting with the Gen Zs. Is this how they want things to always go wrong before they can come to hear what the masses are saying? Ibrahim Traore, as a president, goes around. You see him going to women who are sweeping. You see him going to places that ordinarily a president shouldn't go. He will be there. But Nigerians, the case is different. This particular senator is a senator representing Cross River North. His name is Jarigbe. This particular senator is even trying a little for his people, even though some people say, oh, he's not giving out jobs, but he's trying, right? But did you listen to what he's talking about? He was encouraging his people to go into farming. He was telling them all manner of things they should do. But what I did not agree with him is that they should not leave PDP. Is it about party or about who is going to give good leadership? It is not about PDP. It is not about APC. It is not about Labour Party. It's about a candidate who will come out to do what is right. Until we begin to pick candidates, all these things they'll say, oh, party supremacy and all that, it will not cut it for us. Until we wake up and say, no, this particular leader is not doing well, remove him. That's when people will begin to sit up. Like the first speaker said, the guy who was speaking for the Nigerian youth, Peter, if we don't do electoral reforms, this is how we will remain as a people, and nothing will be adding up for us. Nothing will be adding up for us. So it's high time we woke up and told ourselves the truth as the electorate. But the truth is because they rig themselves, like he mentioned, into power. And that is why they do things with reckless abandon. Yes, this guy, this particular senator is trying for his people. But they should leave all this party talk. People are hungry. That is what they should be looking out for. Look out for the interest of the people.